So hello guys, in the last class we have learned something called anchor tags. That means how to link the pages, okay, different pages, and how to link the content which is present in the same page. Okay, so now we will move to the last part of this HTML. So that is forms, guys. Okay, so let me delete this. See guys, whenever I go to any website, any application, for example Amazon, Flipkart, Zomato, PhonePe, Paytm, Google, so first they'll ask you to sign up. For example, I'll go here, so I'll type something called Facebook sign up. I'll pass here Facebook sign up, right? So when I go to Facebook sign up, see guys, if you want to use Facebook, first what you have to do, you have to so sign up first means you have to fill the details here, like first name, last name, your email address, password. You should select your date of birth, you should select your gender, like this. So what the Facebook is doing, they are collecting your data and they are storing in the database, right? So how to store the data in the database? See guys, any application there will be three parts, right? Front end part, back end part, database part, and business logic part. So we have to store the data in the database. So whenever any application wants to store the user's data, if they want to collect the user's data, so we collect with the help of HTML forms. Okay, we collect the user's data with the help of HTML forms. For example, consider I want to create a new email ID in Google. First we have to sign up. So while signing up, we will add the details like our name, our password, our mobile number, our date of birth, our gender, everything we will add. Then only when we click on the sign up button, our account will be created. So when we add our details, when we click on sign up, our details will be stored in the database. With the help of these details, okay, so the Facebook allows us to log in. Yes. So now how to create this form we will see. So HTML form is the only thing which is going to store the data to the database. So from the front end part, if you want to store, if you want to send the data to the backend database part, it can be any programming language in backend. Front end means what? HTML forms. If you want to collect the user's data, and if you want to collect the user's information, and if you want to store inside the database, we go for HTML forms. So now we will see how to create this HTML forms. So please concentrate everyone. So if you want to create the forms, guys, first we have to create a tag called form tag. We'll create a tag called form tag. So later we will discuss about this action attribute, right? So later we will discuss about this action attribute. So now we created the form tag. Now inside this we have to add our input tag. Done. So this input tag is very important, guys, and mandatorily the input tag should be inside the form. So it is very important, input tag, and it is having very important attribute called type attribute. Done. So the type attribute is having multiple values here. Done. The type attribute is having multiple values, so we can learn, we can see what are the types of values we have here. So this type attribute is also very important. Why? Means the type attribute is going to decide which type of input you are collecting from the user. Done. So by default the type attribute having text as a value. So let me save this. What will happen? It will create a box. It will create a box. See, it is creating a box where if you enter some data, then the data is visible. So this is type text. Text means what? The entered data will be visible on the text box, right? So observe here now. So we are passing text means it will be going to create one text box. When you enter the data, it will be visible. So similarly, I will provide two break tags because I required two lines of break. So next I will pass input tag. So now I will pass type as password. Type as password. Save this. Go back to the browser. Reload the page. See, it's created one more text box. So the first box we created with the help of type is equal to text. So if we type, it is visible. The second text box we created with the help of type is equal to password. So now if I type here, if I type here something, see, the data is not visible. Why? Means the type is password here. So it is encrypted. We are getting dot dot dot. Then guys, so these are the two types here. Similarly, I will provide br into 2. So I will create input type is equal to submit. So when I create input type is equal to submit, this type this tag is going to create one submit button here. So the job of submit button is to submit the entered data into the fields. So now whatever the data we entered here, when you click on submit, the data will be stored in the backend part, the database part. Then so submit is the only button with the help of which we can send the data to the backend part. So this is the only button. Remember how to create this with the help of input type is equal to submit. This is the only button which is going to submit the data to the database. Now sir, you are telling submit is the only button which is going to send the data to the database, but sir, here there is a sign up button, sir. How they have changed the name, sir? So you can change the name with the help of one attribute, guys. So I will pass the attribute name. I will pass the attribute name as value, and the value I will assign as sign up. The value I'll pass as sign up. So now the button name will be changed to sign up. See, like this you can change. Sir, how to change the color of this button? Everything is CSS part. Then so now here, so what I am doing, so when you click on data, when you click on this button, since it is a submit button, the data will be stored in the database. Clear? So now we will see one more button, guys. See guys, you can create the submit button with the help of input type is equal to submit, as well as you can create with the help of button tag, guys. With the help of button tag also you can create. Now I'll make this as login. So this login will become the button name. See, the login will become the button name, but it is a normal button, guys. It is not going to submit the data to the database. Then it is not going to submit. Why? Means, as I explained, only the submit button is going to submit the data. So if you want to make this button to be a submit button, so I'll go here, I'll make this as type is equal to submit. Either we can create the button submit button with the help of input tag, or else with the help of button tag, but there should be one attribute is mandatory, that is type, and the value is mandatory submit. So now this also a submit button, guys, because it is having type is equal to submit here. Then so now what will happen? So a form should not have more than one submit button, so I will comment it. A single form should have only one submit button, so I commented this submit button here. So now save this and go back to the browser, reload the page. So we have only one submit button now. So now what I do, guys, next I'll add something called input type is equal to reset button. So input type is equal to reset. Save this. It is going to create one button with the name reset. What is the job of this reset button? So the enter data, if you click on this button, it clears the form data. See, whatever I am entering, it is going to clear the form data here. Then, so sir, how to change the name of this button, sir? The same value attribute, I'll change it to clear. So the name of the button will be clear now. Done. So sir, will it clear the data after changing the name? Yes. So 100% it clears. Okay, see. So the main thing is what we have to remember, whatever we are assigning to the type attribute. Done. So similarly guys, okay, similarly, so let me show you something. See, sir, here they are displaying, sir, how to identify, so how to, okay, understand which is the text box, which is the username field, which is the password field here. Yes or no? Here we can easily understand, sir, because they are displaying something called first name, surname, okay, mobile number, like this they are displaying here. How to display these names here, okay, how to add these messages on the text box. So observe here, so there is an attribute called placeholder attribute. So what I do here, I'll pass user name as well as I'll pass here placeholder attribute, placeholder, I'll pass password, okay, I'll pass password here. So it is going to display username and password on our text boxes. How to add these names? With the help of placeholder attribute. So placeholder attribute is going to add, okay, the names on your text box. So when you try to type, okay, username, the placeholder value, okay, will be removed. Observe here. So I'll pass here, okay, something called my password is, okay, Imran. So see the placeholder, when you try to enter something onto the text box, the placeholder value will be removed. So this is the placeholder. Okay, next we will see something called, okay, size attribute. Okay, this size attribute is going to increase or decrease the size of the text box. So for example, I'll increase size is equal to 40px. So what will happen, it will increase the size of this text box. So why we use this size attribute? So it is used to increase or decrease size of the text box. Then, so similarly here we have something called, okay, so next I'll pass here. See guys, so if I don't enter anything, if I enter something, okay, so it is accepting. When I submit, it is accepting. Then, so now observe here. Clear guys? So when I submit something, it is accepting, right? So consider enter something called Dinga, okay, the password will enter something called Syed. So when I click on sign up, okay, it is accepting, it is not displaying any error message. So what happens if it is empty? See, username is empty, we are not entering any data to this text box, it is empty. So when I click on sign up, okay, so what it should display, it should display the field should be empty, okay, the field should not be empty. So now it is empty guys, even after clicking sign up, okay, so it is not displaying any message, the data is going to submit. Done. So I want to, okay, so I want to restore it now. Done. So I want to restrict it. See, thus this field is having some data, this username field is having, okay, nothing. So when you submit, it should display an error message that the field should not be empty. So now observe here. So what to do now? To concentrate here now. So if I enter something here, yes, enter, click on sign up, the data is submitted, right? So now what happens if the username field is empty? Then also it is accepting the data, right? So now guys, I want to restrict that the field should not be empty, the field should contain some value, the field should contain some value. If the field is empty, it should display a error message, it should not allow us to submit the data. So now what I do, there is an attribute called required attribute, okay, so I'll save this, go back to browser, reload the page. See guys, if you have some content on the text box, nothing will happen, it will accept. See, it is accepting. So now if I enter some, okay, if I leave this field as if I leave this field as empty field, so observe here, just I'll enter to the password, click on sign up. So now it is displaying one message, please fill out this field. Yes, so why means the field is empty. So why we use this required attribute, guys? To make the field mandatory. Mandatory means what? To make the field compulsory. Okay, to make the field compulsory. Okay, so you should enter you should enter at least some value, then only it will allow. See, if I click again, it is displaying the message. Why means it is empty. So if I enter something, so it will not display the error message. So why we use required attribute? It is used to make the field mandatory field. Done, guys. So now similarly, guys, sir, the fields are okay, so it is accepting n number of characters. There is no limitation to the characters. Observe. So I want to restrict the length of these characters. So if I want to restrict, for example, mobile numbers means what? It is having only okay 10 digits, right? So I want to restrict the length of this character, which is not limited now. So here I will go, I'll pass something called max length attribute. Max length is equal to 10. I will pass. So when I pass here, okay, max length means what? Maximum length. So the field is going to accept only 10 characters, maximum 10 characters. So if you want, observe here I am typing here, okay, so let me reload the page first. See, I am typing here, it is not accepting more than 10 characters. So you try this, okay, when you execute, pass max length is equal to 10 and try to type, okay, so it will accept only what? 10 characters. Now if I submit, guys, see, our password field is empty now. When I click on sign up, it is accepting, it is not displaying the please fill out the field. Why means we are not passing required attribute to the password field. If you want to make this password field also mandatory field, pass required attribute to the password field also. I hope everyone understood, guys. So now, okay, so sir, maximum length we restricted, sir. So what happens if I pass only, okay, see, 5 characters? Will it accept? Yes, it will accept. If I enter, okay, 1 character, will it accept? Yes, it will accept. See, guys, we are restricting the maximum length, not minimum length. So sir, I want to restrict the minimum length, sir. So the field should minimum, it should have 8 characters. For example, if you observe some websites, okay, the password should be minimum at least 8 characters, like this, okay, they will display, right? So how to restrict the minimum length? With the help of, okay, with the help of min length attribute. With the help of what? Min length attribute. So I'll pass min length as 6 here. So save this and I'll reload the page. See, guys, I'll enter only 2 characters here. So if I sign up, it is displaying an error message, please lengthen this text to 6 characters or more. You are currently, okay, using 2 characters. So it is restricting what, guys? Minimum length. So I am passing 5. Then also it is displaying message, you are using 5 characters, lengthen this to 6 characters. If you pass 6, it will not display any error message. Why means, okay, so we are passing minimum length as 6. So minimum 6 characters should be there inside the text box. So these are the basics validations. Then similarly, guys, so I'll go here, I'll pass input type is equal to, okay, input type is equal to email, I will pass, and placeholder I'll pass as placeholder, okay, email. Done. So I'll pass one break, 2 break tags here. Done. Save this and reload the page. It is creating an email box. How it is creating an email box? So input type is equal to email, guys. So when you pass input type is equal to email, it is going to validate, okay, whether the email address is proper or not. For example, if I enter this is not my valid email address, why means, okay, at the rate should be there, at the rate should be there in email address. So when I click on sign up, so it is displaying one error message, please include an at the rate in the email address. So if I include at the rate gmail.com, okay, this is the valid email address, okay, this is the valid email address format. So when you click on this, it is not going to display any error message. That means by default, okay, this input type is equal to email is validating whether the email address is proper or not, okay, whether the email address is proper or not. If the email address is proper, okay, then it accepts. If the email address is not proper, it displays one error message. Then similarly guys, we have something called input type is equal to URL, okay. So URL means what? The URLs what we have here, yes or no? The proper URLs should be there. If there is no proper URL format, it throws error message. So how to add the values on the text box? With the help of placeholder. I'll pass here URL. Then so save this and reload the page. So we created one text box whose type is URL. So let me pass two breaks tag here, break into 2 here. So now save this and reload the page. See guys, okay, I'll enter some data here. So here I'll enter abc at the rate gmail.com. Then so next URL, same thing I'll copy guys and I'll paste this, okay. So tell me guys, is this my proper URL format? No. So it displays one error message, please enter a URL. What is the URL format here? URL must be http://www.google.com. So this is the proper URL format guys, okay. Click on sign up, you will not get any error here. If you want to copy this URL, Facebook's URL, copy this URL. So let me add some data here. So here also abc at the rate gmail.com. So now let me paste the copied URL of Facebook. See, this is also valid URL. When you submit, it is not displaying any error message. Yes, so it is by default, it is validating URL, and by default input type is equal to email is validating the email address format. Then so this is the basics validations guys. Then so now what I do here, so again I will go here, I will create something called input type is equal to number, okay. So see guys, these text fields, it is accepting numbers as well as alphabets, yes or no? This text field, it is accepting numbers as well as alphabets, right? So now I want to restrict, okay, the text box to be accept only the numbers, not alphabets. So I'll go with input type is equal to number. So now here I'll pass something called, okay, placeholder. So I'll pass here age. So tell me guys, age means it should have only numbers, okay. So let me pass two break tags here. So guys, age means what? It should accept numbers, not alphabets. See, I am entering here, okay, some alphabets, but it is not allowing me to enter. Yes or no? So you try this, okay, you try this. So if I enter some number 23, it is accepting. Yes or no? 46 or 56, it is accepting. So by default, input type is equal to number is validating the number, okay. It is accepting only the numbers to the text box. So you can increase with the help of these arrows, you can decrease with the help of these arrows, okay. So now age means, okay, -8, negative age should not be there. So I want to restrict, sir, negative age it is going, sir, how to restrict the values here? So if you want to restrict the values, we have, okay, min attribute. So I'll pass min is equal to 1, minimum age is 1, and maximum age is, okay, 60, right? So now the text box is going to accept minimum value as 1, maximum value as 60. So if you observe here, when I reload the page, see here it is, okay, accepting only, okay, minimum as 1, maximum as, so observe here, so even after clicking, the maximum is what, 60. That means we are restricting the minimum value and maximum value. Keep this in mind, max length and min length, we are restricting the characters length. Number of characters should be entered, okay. Characters means what? 1 means Z is 1 character, X is 1 character, C is 1 character, like this. So we are restricting the characters length with the help of max length and min length. But with the help of min and max, okay, we are restricting the values here, okay. So values we are restricting, keep this in mind, guys, okay. So okay guys, so if you observe here, this Facebook sign up page, they're asking us to select date of birth, right? So how to create this date of birth one? So now what to do, guys? Just I'll pass here input type is equal to date. So when you pass input type is equal to date, it is going to create one calendar, guys, okay. So I'll pass here break into 2, done. So it is going to create a calendar. See here you can select, okay, the date here, done. So this is day, this is month, this is year, and when you click on this calendar button, it will display a calendar. You can go with the months are there, the years are there, you select whatever the month and year you want, okay. So observe here, I selected 2/4/2022. You can enter also, you can select also, okay guys. Sir, how to identify, okay, how to identify this is, okay, date of birth only, sir. So you can go with something called one label attribute, guys. So here you can pass just, okay, date of birth, okay, date of birth, just it is for understanding purpose, okay. So I'll pass here, so like this it will create. So not here, so I should pass before this input tag, yes or no. So here I'll pass, okay, date of birth. So like this it will display date of birth, okay, date, month, year. So similarly can we, guys, okay, we can add something called, okay, so time here. Instead of input type is equal to date, observe here, so change it to login time, okay. So login time, employees login time. So instead of this date, just pass here time. It is going to create one timer here. So go back, see I'm passing input type is equal to time. Go back, reload the page, see login time is my label, so you can enter hours here. So I'll enter 12 hours 34 minutes. So when you click here, observe here, we will get this, done. So date you are getting here, then you can select also, you can enter also, guys. So similarly, guys, how to create this, how to select this genders. See, if I select gender female, male, custom, so here you can select only one option, guys. See, when you click female, female is selected. When you click male, male is selected. We can select only one option here, right? So I will go, I'll create here, okay. So I'll pass something called label tag. So I'll make this as a gender here. So I'll pass gender, okay, colon. Next I'll pass here something called input type is equal to radio. I'll pass. Okay, it is going to create that button. So the first one is mail, I'll pass. Okay, so same thing I'll copy, guys. I'll copy this and I'll pass here. Okay, radio only. I'll make this as female. Then last one I'll pass custom. Done. So save this. Okay, reload the page. See, we got something. Okay, let me pass some breaks tag here. Okay, break into 2. So save this and reload. Done. So we got here a sir. Done. So now click on mail. Okay, mail is selected. Click on female, female also selected. Click on custom, custom also selected. But in real time application, so when you click female, female is selected. When you click male, male is selected. So remember here, but in our web page, why it is not happening? Why it is selecting all the options? Okay, so why I use here, observe here. So why means whenever we create the radio buttons, you should pass name to this radio button. Okay, the name I'll pass as gender. Whatever you want, you can pass the name, guys. So it's up to you. I'm passing name is equal to gender. Okay, name is equal to gender, I'll pass. Similarly here also name is equal to gender, I'll pass it. Done. So let me save this, and reload the page. Okay, see, I clicked here, so it is okay. So when I click, observe, male is selected. When I click on female is selected. When I click on custom is selected. It is working similar to the real-time application, right? So sir, previously it was not okay selecting one option, it was selecting multiple options. So why means, guys, okay, we were not passing okay this name attribute. So remember, if you create 1000 radio button also, you should pass name attribute to all the radio buttons, and you should have the same name to all the radio buttons. See, I am passing the same name, right? So if there is same name, then only it selects. Okay, if there is different names, no, it will not select. Observe here, I am passing gender 1, gender 3, gender 4. So if there are different names, it is not going to select, guys. It is going to select all the options. Okay, so remember, okay, the radio button should have the name attribute, and it should have same name for all the radio buttons. Then, so radio buttons, why we use radio buttons? It is used only to select one option. Okay, it allows us to select one option. Radio buttons means what? Only one option. Then, so similarly, guys, I'll copy this. Okay, I'll copy this and I'll just change it to okay skills. Then I'll change it to skills. Then I'll pass radio to checkbox. I will pass, okay, I'll change this radio to checkbox. Similarly, I'll copy this checkbox and I'll paste here. Okay, I'll paste here. So now I pass here, I'll remove this name attributes. Okay, I don't require this now. Okay, so now here I'll change as HTML, then I'll change it to CSS, then I'll change it to JavaScript, then I'll copy this whole thing and I'll paste here and I'll change it to Angular. Okay, so now guys, we created some buttons here. Observe here. So we created some buttons. These are radio buttons, these are check boxes. So radio buttons means what? It allows us to select only one option, whereas checkbox allows us to select multiple options, guys. So better example, a person can have only one gender. Either he can be a male, it can be a female. Okay, but a person can have multiple skills. He can know, okay, he may know multiple okay technologies. So radio buttons means what? It selects only one option, whereas checkboxes selects multiple options. Understood, guys? Okay, so this is the radio buttons which we created in our page here. Done. So sir, how to design this, sir? It is looking good, sir. The red color borders, sir. Everything CSS part, guys. So okay, guys. So we will see some other concept now. See, guys, I want allow my user to select the states. See, when you are applying for government jobs, if you are applying for scholarships, okay, so you have to select your states, right? So now, so how to create that? Okay, so there is something called select tag. Okay, there is something called select tag. I don't want this, I'll remove this. Then, so guys, why we use this select tag means to create drop down menus. Okay, so now here I'll pass something called options. Done. So I'll create something called option tag. So let me delete this value. Then, so I'll copy this option. I'll copy. Then I'll paste this option multiple times. So now first option I'll add here select. Okay, select your state. Okay, select your state. Then, so I'll pass some state names here like Karnataka. Okay, then I'll pass something called Andhra. Done. So now I'll pass here something called Telangana. So here we should pass it in between this. So Telangana. So I'll pass something called UP. Then I'll pass Bihar. Then I'll pass Rajasthan. Then I'll pass Goa. Then, so what will happen? It is going to create one drop down menu with the help of which you can select the states. So now this will be going to displayed on your web page. The first option is going to displayed on your web page. See, it is displaying here select your state. The first option is going to display on your web page. So when you click on this, it is going to create one drop down menu where you can select the states. For example, I want to select UP or Rajasthan. So when you click, see, Rajasthan is selected here. Then, so this is what select tag. Okay, so why we use this select tag? So create drop down menus. Inside select tag only we should pass option tags. So these are my multiple options. Done, guys. So similarly, guys, I want to upload my Aadhaar card. So I want to upload my Aadhaar card. What I should do now? Concentrate here. So concentrate here, guys. So I'll type here input. Okay, type is equal to file. I will pass. Done. So let me pass some two break tags here. So just see break tags, guys, just to bring it to the new lines. Okay, that's all. So save this. So reload the page. Okay, so observe here it is displaying one option. So when we pass input type is equal to file, it creates one option here to select the files. See, now by default it is displaying no file chosen. So when you click on choose file, observe here it is opening one window. You can go to desktop, you can select whatever the file you want, guys. Okay, so I'll go to Anup HTML. So I'll click on tiger. So open, click on open. So see, tiger.jpg is selected. So when you click on sign up, this tiger.jpg image is going to store in backend part. Okay, this tiger.jpg image is going to store in backend part. Clear, guys? So now observe here. So input type is equal to file we have learned. So when you go to some Amazon, like big websites, Amazon, then something called Zomato, Flipkart, they'll ask you to write your feedback. Yes or no? They'll ask you to write your feedback, okay, or else comments, okay, how the product is, whether the product is good or not. Okay, they'll ask you to write the feedback or comments. So to create this, they will provide some area, right, to write the comments. We will go with some tag called text area tag. Okay, so text area tag. So observe here, I'll delete this. So save this, guys. Here I'll pass something called, okay, so inside this I'll pass a placeholder because I want to display the value. Enter your, okay, your valuable, your valuable feedback. Okay, enter your valuable feedback. Save this and let me pass break tags. So 2 break tags. So now observe here, so it is displaying what? Enter your valuable feedback. So now enter spelling is wrong, so let me change it. Okay, enter, okay, your valuable feedback. So see here, you can place your cursor, guys. You can drag it and you can drop it, so the size will be, okay, increased. Okay, you can decrease the size also. Okay, see, you can increase the size also. But when you reload the page, when you refresh the page, again it is the default size. So I want to make the size as permanent. Okay, I want to make the size as permanent size. So what I do, guys, so here I'll go here. Okay, there are some attributes called rows attributes. Okay, rows attributes is going to, okay, increase the height of the text area. Okay, so the see, guys, the text box is, okay, bigger compared to normal text boxes, right? That's all done. So now if you want to increase the height of, okay, of the text area tag, we go for rows. I'll pass rows is equal to 10. So observe the height of this. Okay, so the height is increased here. See, the height is increased. Similarly, if you want to increase the width of this text area, we will go for, okay, calls. Width means what? Like this horizontally increases. So I'll make this as 30. So it is going to increase the, okay, width of text area. Then, so this is the bigger space. You can enter your feedback. For example, you can allow your user to enter the addresses because address will be more, right? So if you want to provide a big text box, we go for which tag? Text area tag, guys. Okay, this is about all HTML form tags, okay, as well as HTML form attributes like this. So make sure that, okay, everything should be present inside the form tag here. So concentrate. Now what I do here, so I'll scroll once from the top. Please go through this once. So whenever you watch the video, guys, please slowly, okay, you revise, okay, you watch it again and again until and unless you become perfect. Clear? Done? So now, okay, go through this ones. Okay, guys, so now what I do here, I'm going to delete this. We'll move to the last part of this form. So let me delete this. So only I'll be having, okay, input tag submit button. Okay, so along with that I will create, okay, some input tags here. Input type is equal to text and the value placeholder I'll pass as user name. Okay, so similarly I'll provide 2 break tags. Then I want to create a password field. So here I'll go with input type is equal to password I will pass. So now here I'm going to create a placeholder. Okay, so the placeholder, the value I'll enter as placeholder. Okay, so placeholder, you remember, sorry, value is what? Password. So placeholder value is going to display where? On the text box. Okay, so remember this one. Now I'll pass into 2. So save this and reload. So concentrate, the placeholder value is going to enter. So guys, so if you observe the real-time applications, okay, if you observe the real-time applications, when you click on sign up button, so if you filled all the details properly, if you have filled all the details properly, then what will happen? The control will go to Okay, once you click on sign up, the control will go to login page. Yes or no? So how to decide? Okay, once after submission of the data, once after submission of the data, so how to decide to which page, okay, it should be redirected. So guys, there is an action attribute. Okay, there is an attribute called action attribute. With the help of this you can decide, guys. Done. So I'll pass here dot slash, okay, srh.html. Save this. So this is my HTML page. Yes or no? So reload the page. I'll add some data here. Okay, once I click on sign up, the entered data will be stored in the database. Okay, and the page will be redirected to what? srh.html. So observe here, is it redirecting? Yes, 100% it is redirecting. Yes sir, yes, 100% it is redirecting. So how to decide to which page the control should go after submitting the data? With the help of this action attribute, right? So now guys, so observe here, I will give some name. Okay, so name as user, and here name is equal to pass. I will pass. So what is happening, guys? I am providing a name to the text box user. Okay, I am providing one name to the password box as pass. So how means, what is the advantage? I'll show you later. Concentrate here. So now reload the page. So why we use this name attribute? Observe here. So remember, name of this username text box is what? User. The name of this password text box is what? Pass. So now when I enter here, okay, the username is Syed Imran. Next I'll enter the password as, okay, I'll enter some password. Okay, so the password I'll enter something which you don't know. So observe this, when I click on submit sign up button, it will be redirected to srh.html, right? So now observe here this URL bar, guys. Observe the URL bar here. So once I sign up, see guys, it is redirecting to srh.html. But if you observe the URL here, concentrate. So in this URL, okay, so the entered data is displayed. See, it is storing something called user is equal to Syed Imran and pass is equal to JavaScript. What it is storing here? User is equal to Syed Imran and pass is equal to JavaScript. User is nothing but, guys, our text box name. Yes or no? So pass is nothing but what? Pass is nothing but what? Let me go back. Okay, so enter here JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript will enter, submit. See, this pass is nothing but what? My password text box name. Done. So pass is nothing but what? Password text box name. Pass. Yes or no? So it is storing pass is equal to JavaScript, user equal to Syed Imran. So this name attribute is very important, guys. In future also we will learn this. Okay, so why we use this name attribute? The data whatever we are entering inside the text boxes, the data will be stored, okay, with the help of this name inside the database. So user means enter the data, whatever the data you are going to enter inside the text box, okay, it is going to store with user, and the password field data is going to store with the name password. Okay, pass. Done. So now guys, observe here, it is displaying, okay, in the URL bar. All the data whatever we entered, it is displaying in URL bar. So as we know, guys, password is a sensitive data. Okay, sensitive data means very important data. We should not give our password to anyone. But here it is displaying, which is a very big disadvantage. Then, so now observe here how to avoid this. We will see, guys. We have some method attribute. Then, so we have two types of methods. Okay, get method and post method. Then, so by default, if we don't use any method attribute, by default the method is get itself. Okay, so why we use this method means to send the data to the database. Then, so you can send the data in two ways, with the help of get method and with the help of post method. So by default the method is what? Guest. Okay, by default the method is what? Get. So observe here what will happen. Concentrate. If I enter Syed Imran, reload the page. I'll enter Syed Imran. I'll enter the password as okay only Java. Then so when I sign up, observe the URL bar. So I am sending the data through with the help of which method? Get method. But when you send the data with the help of get method, so it is displaying okay your entered data. See, user is equal to Syed Imran. Okay, space is plus is nothing but space, guys, and pass is equal to Java. Again it is displaying our data. Again the data is sending okay with the help of URL. So when we use get method, guys, the entered data will be sent as part of this URL. So this is my URL, yes or no? Yes. So the data is sending as a part. This is the part of this URL now. Then so whenever we send the data with the help of get method, okay, the data will be sent as a part of the URL and the data will be displayed on the URL bar, which is not a good practice. Why? Means the data is very important, that too the password is sensitive data, so it is displaying here. Then so to avoid this, guys, to avoid this we go for something called method is equal to post. Then so when we send the data with the help of method is equal to post, observe here, I'll enter username as Syed Imran, password as Java. Then so when I submit now, observe the URL bar, submit the data. See, it is not displaying the data. Why? Means we are using method is equal to post and data is sent securely and it is not displaying on the URL bar. So remember, always we have to send the data with the help of post method, not with the help of get method. By default the method is get, but we have to change it to method is equal to post, guys. And remember this name attribute, why we use the entered data, okay, whatever the data we are entering, it will be stored with the names, okay, and these names. Then guys, so this is all about HTML forms, guys. Please okay watch it again and again until and unless you perfect. So be perfect till then, okay, you have to revise it, watch the video again and again. Okay, if you want to, you can reduce the speed of this video also, okay, in your video players, and watch it okay in a lower speed so that you can understand easily, guys. Okay, thank you, guys. Okay, before going to this, concentrate here. Okay, see how they created. See, when we enter something, the data is visible. I want to see the code of this text box, okay, what they have written, okay, how they have written. So right click on this. If you want to see the code of any HTML element, we go for something called inspect element. Go to that particular element, right click, inspect. Okay, so when you inspect, so it will open one window where in elements section, observe here, they have used input tag only, okay, and they have used what? Type is equal to text only, and they have used something called placeholder. Yes or no? See, they have used something called placeholder, okay, some value they have added. Then the placeholder what? First name they have added. Then so now similarly if I go for okay password field, observe, right click on this password field, inspect, and they are using what? Input type is equal to password. Yes or no? Yes or no? Type is equal to password only they are using. And if I enter, right click on this, inspect, see, they are using select tag here. Forget about this, they are using select tag. Okay, so we'll see this later. Why? Means why they are using select tag, observe here, because they are using drop down menus here, so they are using what? Select tag here. We learned this also. Then similarly, sir, if I go for this radio button, right click, inspect it. So what they are using here? Input type is equal to radio only they are using here. So rest of the things, bootstrap part, future we will learn, guys. Okay, so see, they are using label, okay, and they are using label to add the names, labeling purpose. Then so next, okay, so observe here, So if I right click on this button, inspect this, so they are using which tag here, button, but observe here type is equal to they are passing submit, which is mandatory. So all the things I have taught, okay guys, this is very important, so please keep this in mind. Done. So now, and you can go through this notes, you can go through these ones. So all the input tags here it is having all the input tags and form, the tags which we use inside the form tag, and here we have all the input types, okay, password, submit, reset, URL, as well as all the other attributes of input tag. And here we have first text area 1, so we have learned rows and columns also, and this is the form tag attributes guys. Then this is the form tag attributes, action, name, method, and this one we learned in anchor tag section, the target attribute. You go through this. Then okay guys, thank you, bye bye. So we will meet, okay, please keep on practicing. We will next meet with CSS section, okay.